What is up? Need for Speed Racers. It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. Copium this week. It is Season 3, Episode 2. This week we are running the Dodge. Well, actually, it's not even Dodge in the game. It's SRT VIPER on S-Class The Hustle. It is a pretty straightforward track. Not that many turns. Lends itself to the Viper because this thing's a little rowdy and kind of hard to control. Caveat this week is this car is not the easiest to unlock, but I am a man of my word, and I promised someone that if I did Copium, we would do a Viper once Jess got their controller. Last week, if you guys didn't tune into the results, Jess was our big winner with the alien time. It was like 2 seconds faster than everybody else that competed. It was wild. We had 65 participants all across the board, from insane fast times to one and done just getting around the track. So if you have never participated in the Copium series before, now's the time to jump in. It's really easy. Guys, you don't have to ever have participated before to participate with us right now. You grab yourself the SRT VIPER. Easy clap. Build it any way you want. I'm going to show you a couple different ways you can build it in S-Class. Run it on the Hustle. I'll show you where that track's at here in a moment. At the end of the race, take a picture with your phone, grab a screenshot, however you can get that data. Just get a shot of your name, the car you drove, and the time. So that way I know you're on the Hustle, and I know you're in the Viper, and I can see how fast you went. That's it. Send it to me via Discord. I've got a whole section for the Copium series, or you can email it to me if you don't use Discord. So send it to me at alexcornnut@gmail.com. That's it. At the end of the week, I take everybody's times, I break them all up into groups of 5, 6, 7, however many kind of fits, right? And that's it. You're in a split. You're around other racers that are of a similar time to you. And so really, we had ties last week. Multiple ties where people got the exact same time. And we had splits all over the place, from really, really crazy stuff to just casually playing the game and enjoying it. And if you've never done a timed event in Need for Speed, now is the time. This is a great way to get plugged in, a great way to be a part of the community. And you're doing something a little bit extra than what the game is essentially offering us. So let's dig into it. Let me show you what the SRT VIPER has got for us on this one. I do want to say, this week, if you do not have the Viper, as an alternative, if you don't want to go through all the steps of unlocking the Viper, you can do one other car. I'm going to show it to you right now. You guys can run the Volvo 242DL. That's the alt car. If you have the Viper, you need to drive the Viper. But if you don't have the Viper, you can run the Volvo. I'll let it happen. I'm not going to share a build for the Volvo because that's not the focus of Copium this week, but I will allow that as an alt. All right, here's the deal on the setup for the SRT VIPER, you guys. There's only one engine that makes sense. It is the first engine. It is the 4.9 liter V8. You can cram a ton of horsepower, a ton of torque, and it says it does 188. I have redline teched this car well above 200 mile an hour. Redline tech is letting off the throttle just a little bit, so you're holding it like 80% of the way or 70%, depends on what car. And so instead of the needle redlining and bouncing, you ease off it just a little bit so it doesn't bounce. You get it as close to the top as possible without bouncing, and you'll go a little faster. It's a great technique. Learn it. So the 4.9 liter V8, there's a couple different ways you can do it. The grip version that I have in front of us is what I'm going to be using this week because the drift version's too insane. It's gold induction, elite platinum ECU, gold fuel system, and elite platinum exhaust. We are chasing it with the supercharger that is the Sentry. The Sentry is good in this case because it allows us to redline tech a little higher, and it gave us more power, which allows us to redline tech a little higher. So that's how we can get this car over 200 mile an hour. Not a bad way to go. That's what I like. We're running road suspension and grip tires, elite platinum, on both of those. Make sure that you guys are throwing the 5-speed in it. The 6 takes us well out of the class because it brings that top speed up so high. This works. This is the setup I'm going to be using, you guys. For your handling, it's 40% grip. Good luck. This car is rowdy. And then downforce with this, I've got it one click from all the way low. So 329 is all in there. There's like one spot that's not, but you can really do whatever you like with it. But I was running it low so I get a little higher top speed out of it. Overall, that's the build I'm using. Now, if you're a drifter and you put on drift tires and slide the slider further to the right, you can add more power to it. Great. It's super rowdy. The other engine option, you guys, you can run is the 8.4 liter V10. I don't mind this one so much. The reason that I would consider this to be an alt is because it's not as rowdy. It's still, the car itself is pretty much a handful to drive, but it does 200 mile an hour out of the gate. It'll do like 205 with Redline tech, and you don't have to chase it up so much with the trigger. But it has less horsepower and a lot less torque, and so it takes a little longer to get there. So a case can be made for both. This is probably the lesser of the two builds, but it does get you there. And so the parts are Silver Pro induction, Elite Platinum ECU, Silver Pro fuel system and exhaust, and then once again we're running the Sentry, and that's because we are chasing that top speed. The chassis does not change, so it's Elite Platinum road suspension, grip tires, and then the 5-speed transmission. For the handling on this one, 40% grip. If you're a drifter, just run it out. The last 3 clicks is S329, so just bring your downforce up, and that'll fit right in the class, and then you can run the 4.9 liter or the V10. Either one's going to work for you guys. Try both if you've got the funds. If you don't, you want the more optimal build, run that first engine. It's got a lot more power. The car is spicy. It's fast. It's really fast. Guys, the hustle this week is what we are running on. If you go to the S-Class playlist, it is the 3rd playlist over, the first race of that playlist. So run the hustle. At the end of the hustle, take a screenshot, take a picture with your phone, send it to me. We're good. alexcornnut@gmail.com if you want to email it to me, or join our Discord, link down below. Have to be 18 to enter, and your account on Discord has got to be at least 1 week old. If you make an account today and you join today, I have a bot that will auto ban you because it keeps the riffraff away. A lot of people will make alt accounts and come cause problems, and so this kind of stops that. So if you don't have Discord yet, just email it to me. So the rules, just a blanket statement, all of this, so you guys are on the same page. You are going to run the SRT VIPER, this one, and you're going to build it any way you want. 4.9 liter V8 is what I'm going to recommend for that engine. Run the hustle in S-Class. Get a time at the end of that. Take a screenshot with your phone, with your console, with your computer, whatever. Send it to me. I'll get you put in. Next week on Tuesday at 8 p.m. is the cutoff. That is Tuesday the 19th. 8 p.m. Central Time is the cutoff for when we stop accepting entries. I'll put your guys' times in there. We'll divide you up into splits. And we're going to make some new friends. We're going to have some more ties this week. You guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on track. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.